Okay, so we've got a burbot here. We were out ice fishing last night, and we got into a couple of burbots. Some people call them lings, lawyers, freshwater cod, but it's a great fish for eating. A lot of people say it's tastes like lobster. It's one of the fish that they dub as poor man's lobster. But either way, we're going to clean this, get some boneless fillets out of it, and we are going to cook it up a little later today. So we'll get started. Now you'll notice with the burbot, they don't have scales. They're very like a leathery kind of skin, similar to catfish. There's a lot of different ways people do to clean these things. I've seen it from, these guys will put a nail in it and use pliers to rip the skin off. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. It's not absolutely necessary. But there's a lot of different ways to clean a burbot, and we're going to show you one. It's very similar to how we do regular fish, but we're going to show you how we do it here. So there's a spine right along here. And what I'll do is I'll just remember they are rather slippery. So I'm going to use a tissue, a paper towel, just to give me extra grip. So we are on this side, and we'll do a second line on this side of the spine. So you can see we go right down to the ribs, and we can open it up. Now I'm going to do the same on this side. You can see here, I'll do the same on this side, right? Okay, so we've separated the meat from the top of the spine here. We're going to just get a little slice right here at the head. You can see that. We'll do the same on this side. Now it's a bit bony here, so you have to cut around the bone. So I'm going to pop it out and cut that flap, right? Now we're going to run the knife down the ribs. So you can see what I'm doing here. And there is a little line of pin bones there you'll get on the outside. And so what we'll do here is we'll just run this back up. So that comes free, right? All right, so now that we've got that cut free, we're going to just cut. Oh, I'm slipping here. So we're free from the stomach. We're not really cutting into the stomach. And then we'll run this. I'm going to turn this around. I need a bigger cutting table here, but we'll run this straight down. And you can see the meat's just coming right off. And boom, here we are with one fillet. Skin is still on, and there is the little pin bones right on the edge here. We can cut those out. So we'll do that side. Now we'll do a very similar approach to this side. So I'm going to cut right here. And this way, doing it this way, you don't really end up having to go and get pliers and do all that stuff, right? It's not something that's absolutely necessary unless that's, the way you're used to doing it, right? So here we're going to cut right here. Go straight down the tail. There's not a whole lot of meat on the tail. You can see it's a thin fillet. So it's not a whole ton of meat. And once again, there's no clean way of doing this. It's a burbot, and they're a bit messy. So, but here we are, another nice fillet here. So we'll get rid of this and start with cleaning up our set little area here, and then we'll get these skinned out and boneless. We're back. We've got our burbot here that we had taken the straps off, but you can see it's not like a normal fish. It's a lot of skin here, very leathery, but that doesn't mean we can't fillet it similar to how we clean a normal fish. So because there's a couple little pin bones that you might have, I like to do one little slice just along the bottom here. Okay. And that'll remove any of those pin bones that were left over. So now we're going to be removing the skin. So it's very similar to how we do a normal fish. There's nothing special. You don't need pliers or anything like that to remove the skin. It's just simply a matter of running your knife up the skin. Now your knife is going to stay flush with this table, and it's going to run between the flesh and the skin. So you can see here, and now the skin can come right off. Boom, we got a nice boneless fillet right here. There we are, one burbot fillet that's skinned, boneless, and ready for dinner. So we can do it one more time with the other one. This one I wasn't quite as clean on, but I didn't get any of the pin bones here when I cut it off. So we can just go ahead and take the skin right off this guy. So I like to cut just in. It's give me something, a bit of a tag to hold on to. Keep your knife nice and flush, and you need a sharp knife for this. There we go. And now this meat is going to come straight off the skin. So here we are. 2 nice, beautiful pieces of burbot that we're going to have for dinner tonight. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this will help you when it comes to cleaning burbot. All you need is a cutting board and a fillet knife, and you can have beautiful boneless burbot fillets. So, thank you.